Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
As everyone across the nation prepares for closures and working from home amid the outbreak of the coronavirus, the nation's small businesses are taking a huge hit. We'll have more on that.
And it doesn't stop there. Coronavirus has hit every industry, including oil. Take a look at the falling margins.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. on this Tuesday. I'm Danielle Kernkamp.
I'm Mike Hart. Let's start things off with CHP Officer Robert Rodriguez and find out how the roads are looking at this hour. Robert?
Thank you very much, Mike. The roads are looking really nice out there this morning. Right now, no major issues on any of your major routes. So good news there. You will encounter some icy roadway conditions and possibly even some closures in your higher elevations. But as far as your major routes are looking good. We do have an injury crash, minor injuries here. A vehicle off the roadway, eastbound Highway 58 near Caliente Bodfish Road. Also, receiving reports of some rocks in the roadway on Highway 178 in the canyon. This is going to be just west of Live Oak. So use caution there as well. That's my look at traffic. Elena, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Robert. And in weather headlines, we had all of that snow yesterday as expected. It briefly shut down the Grapevine, but like he mentioned, passes are back open. Many mountain roads, though, still very icy. So El Cajon Unified has said, for now, we're going to call it a 2-hour snow and ice delay. They did the same yesterday, and then they went ahead and closed down knowing that storm was coming. Tehachapi yesterday said shut it down, and today they've said the same. So now that we know that schools are closing tomorrow due to the virus, Tehachapi is suddenly just done for the week because of this snow day this morning. And they had more than an inch of rain, and then it turned to several inches of snow. The higher you go, the more snow there was, but it was an impressive storm. Even here in Bakersfield, we were forecasting a quarter to a half an inch of rain. There's that 5,500. It was almost an inch for Taft, which was quite amazing. And that same storm, not done with us yet. It still has a chance of showers and isolated thunderstorms. I'll show you that in the future cast coming up.
The Tulare County Department of Public Health has confirmed a third case of coronavirus. That patient is in critical condition at a Tulare County hospital. The patient is in isolation. All employees and physicians in contact with the patients are being monitored for symptoms as well. The hospital is restricting all visitors beginning at noon, exceptions will be made for active trauma, labor, minors, and end-of-life patients.
Trying to control this virus is taking a major toll on the U.S. economy, especially for America's 30 million small businesses.
And now the airline industry is pleading for a bailout as one senator hopes to give every American a sizable check. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the details.
It's an eerie quiet in major cities across the country, with many restaurants and bars closing their doors to try and limit the COVID-19 spread. New York City restaurants were ordered to close at 8 p.m. and only offer takeout and delivery for the foreseeable future.
This place will just go absolutely dark until further notice, and I am just completely out of work.
President Trump expected to speak with restaurant executives Tuesday morning. According to Wells Fargo, about 82 million people are hourly employees and don't get paid if they don't work. On Monday, the Dow fell nearly 3,000 points, the biggest point decline in a single day and steepest drop in stocks since 1987.
Grinding the country to a screeching halt comes with a giant price tag. By some estimates, as much as $120 billion this month alone.
The airline industry, one of the biggest hit. They say without a bailout of $50 billion, they are set to run out of money by the end of this year. A Federal Reserve study found almost 40% of American adults can't cover a $400 emergency. Now, Senator Mitt Romney proposing a one-time $1,000 check given to every American adult to help ensure they can meet their short-term obligations. There is some good economic news. Amazon announced as online orders increase, it hopes to add 100,000 workers and increase their minimum pay. And some supermarket chains also adding jobs. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, Kern County DA Cynthia Zimmer is warning residents about possible price gouging following the president's and governor's emergency declarations. According to a release from the DA's office, news of those emergency declarations on March 4th and the 13th triggered the effect of price gouging laws. However, the DA's office says that this has not been the case so far locally. California law generally prohibits businesses and individuals from raising prices for 30 days after an emergency is declared. The district attorney also cautioned residents to be aware of unfamiliar individuals or any organizations soliciting funds in support of vulnerable populations like those who are ill or quarantined. Also being hit hard, the oil industry. Gasoline demand is diving in the U.S. with businesses being shut down and Americans being told to stay home. Gasoline refining margins fell 95% yesterday to levels not seen since December of 2008. Normally, they're on the rise right now ahead of the summer driving season.
Many of you have seen those oil effects in our local gas prices. You can fill up your tank locally for less than $3 a gallon. The average price at the pump nationally has been $2.23. For the state of California, the average price is more than $1 over that price at $3.32. That's according to AAA. In Kern County, the average price is even higher at $3.40. According to GasBuddy.com, the lowest price in Bakersfield can be found at the Costco on Rosedale for $2.79 a gallon. $2.85 can be found at Gasco on South Chester Avenue.
And due to the coronavirus outbreak, changes are coming to Golden Empire Transit. Get Bus officials announced the administrative offices on Golden State Avenue will close to the public and vendors beginning today. They're also working on reducing service levels in the coming days as demand warrants. Get officials said in a statement, quote, they realize they provide a vital role within the community and are committed to providing a safe, reliable service while keeping our employees and riders safe as they continue to monitor the activity of COVID-19.
Meanwhile, several local stores understand there's a great need to help those that are low income or underserved in the community to get the food and items that they need daily. Officials with Dollar General announced that starting today, the first hour of operations each day be dedicated solely for the shopping needs of senior customers who are one of the groups most vulnerable to the coronavirus. Vallarta Markets announced that they'll open an hour earlier exclusively for seniors to do their shopping beginning tomorrow. The grocer said it will open all of its stores in California at 7 a.m. for seniors aged 65 and older, pregnant women, and people with disabilities.
Supervisor Leticia Perez is teaming up with community leaders to host a free food distribution event. Organizers say it aims to help those in need. The MLK Community Initiative usually hosts the food distribution on a monthly basis, typically at Bell Terrace. However, in light of the recent outbreak, this event has been moved to another location to allow for greater health precautions. It will be tomorrow from 9 to 11 a.m. at 1116 East California Avenue.
And one local business is staying open in the wake of the coronavirus outbreak, at least for today. Luigi's Restaurant in East Bakersfield. Restaurant officials sharing on their Facebook page that they're being extra cautious, but will be open today, and they'll be serving the traditional meal of corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day.
Of course, sure.
And all InShape health clubs of Kern County will temporarily reduce their club hours starting tomorrow. InShape sent an email to members informing them of the changes. Club hours will take effect tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, it will be 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. InShape says they've canceled all senior fitness classes until further notice, and they're limiting the capacity for each class for anyone who is still participating in group fitness. According to the club, they will be offering virtual fitness workouts, so keep an eye out for those announcements.
Another place that will remain open is the Boys and Girls Club of Kern County. Officials say the club will continue to operate at 3 separate facilities, different sites, and extend their hours from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. to create day camp type settings while schools are closed. The 3 club locations are the Armstrong Youth Center in East Bakersfield, the Stockdale Club in the Southwest, and the Lamont Club. They said the primary goal is to provide full-day activities for school-aged children of first responders, healthcare professionals, and essential community personnel, along with parents and guardians who have to work in order to maintain employment.
Critters Without Litters announced they're temporarily suspending services due to the outbreak. Their walk-in vaccine clinic is now closed until further notice. Officials also said today's the last day feral cats may be brought to the clinic for trap-neuter return surgery. And all spay and neuter surgery scheduled after tomorrow will be canceled. Clients who have submitted surgery deposits will be contacted by Critter staff so refunds can be provided. Kern County Animal Services will also be closed until April 14th. All right, let's bring in Elena Rusk once again, get another check of this chilly forecast on this Tuesday morning.
We're Californians when we call 40 chilly, but in Bakersfield, I walked out this morning and I was like, oh, this is very different from yesterday, and definitely chilly up in those mountains. Look at how cold it is. 15 the top of Breckenridge and Fraser Park, 20 in Lebec, 27 in Tehachapi, and spring is 2 days away. So Danielle, you're absolutely right. It is a cold start, close to freezing in Delano, some 30s there on the west side of the valley as well. And this is a look at the storm from 12 hours ago. It brought all of that impressive rain as expected to the valley. That snow in the mountains did indeed close the grapevine temporarily, but then they got it right back open, which was awesome. Now, as you see, the last of that bulk moisture is clearing up. There's still some showers behind it with that same storm. So we stay with the fantastic air quality today. We go from 40 right now to 59 later today. That's still a cool day ahead. That's about 10 degrees below average and just a slight chance of some showers, maybe some isolated thunderstorms. Tonight we're at 40. We're clearing and calmer, and then tomorrow back to those low 60s and still below average though. So we'll take a look ahead to your 10-day and see when the weather gets a little bit warmer coming up. For now, let's take a look at those roadways, which are icy up at the higher elevations. CHP Officer Robert Rodriguez has some updates for us as well. Good morning, Robert.
Well, good morning there, Elena. Good morning, everyone. That's right, icy roadway conditions in the higher elevations. But here on the valley floor, we do have a couple injury crashes. First one's going to be on Stockdale Highway, just south of Highway 43, about a mile or so. Receiving reports of a vehicle that went off the roadway and struck a pole, so be careful through there. We're still receiving details on this incident. And then also on the eastbound side of Highway 58 near Caliente Bodfish Road, we've got a vehicle that went off the roadway there as well, and minor injuries to that driver. And then those of you up in the canyon or planning on traveling through the canyon, receiving reports of some rocks in traffic lanes on Highway 178 in the canyon west of Live Oak. So just use caution there as well. That's my look at traffic. Mike and Danielle, we'll send it back to you.